Hello, beautiful people. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are from. My name is Emmanuel Yaba, and this is Raw Impact Africa TV. It's really super excited whenever I see you come around my channel. I really get so excited. This is actually the first actually the first Freaky Friday, here on Raw Impact Africa TV. On Raw Impact Africa TV, on Freaky Fridays, we talk about relationship, we talk about love, and we also talk about, the most important part of a relationship, which is, doings. So we're going to be talking all of that on Raw Impact Africa TV. I want to really say thank you to my super YT family for all your love and all your support to this channel. I mean, it is actually because of you that we are where we are right now. If you were not here with us, I trust me, man, we actually won't be where we are today. So we're really excited that we have you coming around this channel to see how you can be with us to make it really interesting, and it's not been easy. That's a simple truth. It's not really been easy running a channel like this, but all the same, God has been faithful with the wonderful families we've had. We're trying to see how we can make our channel a little bit more interesting, more good to be with, good to watch, and interesting. Yeah, fundamentally, we're here to see how we can add value to people's lives. Life is actually not just all about it's not just all about the receiving. Life is actually about what you are able to give back to society. So I'm really excited having all of you on Raw Impact Africa TV today, and today is uh, Freaky Friday. So today I actually want to talk about knowing when a man is ready for marriage. You see, by the special grace of God, I've been married for the past 8 years now. Wow, 8 years, and it's like yesterday. And we've been married for the past 8 years. And before I got to marry my wife, there are some things I had to do, to make me know that I was actually ready. You see, a lot of young ladies, the date guys, men, for you see a girl staying with a man for 10 years, 15 years, and yet they end up not getting married, So, what could have stopped that person from leaving at the time he needed to leave? But they all refuse. Oh, thank you so much, Pat Eyaba, for coming. Francis Obole, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys for coming. So, especially Francis, you really need to listen to this message today. But I think it's for you, you know. So, today's class is actually for, especially for the ladies. How can you know that the guy is ready to settle down? How can you know he's ready to settle down? Now, as I was saying before, fundamentally, men, we actually don't know what we want. Yeah, men don't actually really know what they want. It's actually a woman, a lady, that can make men understand and know what exactly they want. So, I'm going to share with us 10 things today that should make you know that this guy is ready to stay or this guy is not ready to stay. That's what we call time wasters in relationships and marriage. There are some people who are just time wasters. They come into your life, waste your time, waste your effort, waste everything for you, pursue potential suitors who could have stayed with you, all because you thought those were the guys that were supposed to be with you. There are some fundamental things, signs for the ladies that you should look out for in a relationship. When you're dating a guy, it's actually not everybody you date that is going to lead into marriage. It's not possible. But there are some little signs you should watch out for when you're dating someone. When you're dating someone, look out for these 10 signs. Once you see those signs, know he's ready to stay. Once you don't see those signs, know he's actually not ready to stay. When you're looking for signs, don't look for signs concerning his present fundamental financial state. If you follow a man from his present financial state, trust me, you're going to make a very wrong choice, right? So don't go for his financial state, because you have money today, and I mean tomorrow the money might just voila go away. Is to get someone. The first thing to look out for in a relationship, if you must remain in marriage, is, oh, Obajakwe, thank you so much for coming. Now, when you're with someone in a relationship or a marriage, the first thing you should understand to know if this guy is actually ready to stay or go is that, what does he think about you? You know, now when we are dating or when we are courting, depending on the one you want to call, there's every tendency that there's this fire you cannot understand. There's this, there's this, there's this, there's this, yeah, that's the word, fire. You just want to call the person, you just want to be with the person, you want to see him, you want to hold hands, you want to do so many things. It happens mostly when you guys just meet. That initial time, so much fire. But when you now stay with the person for some time, you begin to realize that you crave for all the things. There's so much you begin to crave for. You begin to crave for just so many things. So the first thing you should do is try to always stay with someone you can tolerate. Now, fundamentally, I said before, some guys are time wasters. A lot of ladies end up wasting their precious time. Potential suitors will be driven away, all because you thought he is actually the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. So begin to look out for those signs that will make you know that this person is not the person. Francis, thank you very much. Francis, you seem to know so much about marriage. Francis said you should try to stay with someone you can tolerate. Yes, that's very, very fundamental. Stay with somebody you can tolerate. That is because in relationship and marriage, right, you're going to offend people. You're going to really, really offend people. Sorry, let me just. I wonder why this thing is still with you. Okay, so sorry for the delay. So try to stay with someone you can tolerate. You are definitely going to offend your spouse. There's going to be offenses. Offenses will always be there. But once you know that you can tolerate someone, then you know that you can actually really stay with the person. So Francis Obole, thank you so much for making that salient point. Yala Television, thank you so much for coming. So, as I was saying before, today we are going to be looking at 10 signs to actually know that the man you are with is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. Dating is fun, really, really fun. You could be dating for years and you feel that it's the right time to settle down. Does the guy you're dating feel the same way like you? Now, how do you identify the signs in a man? to know if he's ready or not. That's actually the subject of our discussion this evening. To tell the truth, there is no easy way to know if your partner is ready for marriage or not. He could be committed to you in love, and you madly and yet you madly develop cold feet when it comes to marriage. It is usually the case, especially with ladies, when they know that this guy has been with us with her for a very long time, but they know that they're not ready to marry such a person. But guess what? They will still be rigmaroling. So you need to, there are people say, you love, people say you love with your head, not with your heart. you know when you love with your head, not with your heart, it tends to help you be in control more of what you're doing, so you don't get to be as if you actually don't know what's happening around you. So the first thing to understand, to know if um, a guy is ready to settle down, is he involves you in he's involved in everything you do. That's the first step. The first step is he is involved in everything you do. Now, ladies, this is a very fundamental point for you to note. If you must be if you really want to settle down with that guy, he involves you, tells you what he's doing, he tells you where he's working, he tells you about his finances, he tells you about his challenges, he tells you about his projects, his ambitions, his aspirations. He kind of brings you on board and explains a lot of things to you, even the ones you want to know and the ones you do not want to know. You always keep on telling you. If you have a man who is always hiding things away from you, please, sister, that guy is not ready to settle down with you. That's simple truth. He's not ready to settle down with you because he's still keeping a whole lot of things away from you. So if he's telling you things, telling you his aspirations, you want to do this, you want to do that, he wants to do this, he wants to do that, just know that he is the person for you. So that's the first thing you should understand. He kind of tells you about himself. What is he doing? Who are his circle of friends? Who are his partners? Who are the people he's doing stuff with? You're dating a guy and he tells you he's going to marry you, and you don't know even one of his friends. Sister, run away. You don't know even one of his family members. Sister, run away. You don't know his siblings, you don't know anybody around him. Just to run away. Be with someone who carries you along. Be with somebody who is involved in what you're doing. I have a wife, for instance, who runs a YouTube channel. She actually motivated me to where I am right now in YouTube. And I don't just want, and I tell her I want to marry you, and I don't like getting involved in what she's doing. It's not going to work. It's not going to last. So the best thing to do is to see how you carry your spouse along. Let her know your fears, let her know your aspirations, let her know the things you want to accomplish and want to do. When you have a man who is dating you, who begins to do most of these things, tells you what he's doing, what his plans are, what his friends, his circle, his aspirations, and everything, just know that such a person is ready. But once a man is trying to be too careful, covering up everything here and there, he's covering this, he's covering that, my dear, just know that this person is actually not serious. This is the first sign to actually know that this guy is ready to settle down with you. Please, ladies, do not, I repeat, do not be blindfolded by the word you call love. Do not be blindfolded by love. Love is actually not enough when it comes to marriage and relationship. Love is not enough. Love is just that first part, that thing that connects and brings you guys together as husbands and wife. But when it comes to the real deal, brother, sister, you need more than just love to be in marriage or a relationship. Yeah, you need more than just marriage, love, sorry, to be in a relationship. So once you're dating a guy and he's carrying you along, he's telling you stuff, telling you his challenges, comes back from work and wants to have a discussion with you, wants to talk with you, wants to make you understand and see things from another angle, just know that this person is ready to stay with you. The next sign you should look out for is, does the guy seek and take your advice? Does the guy seek and take your advice? You see, a lot of ladies, you're with a guy who's been dating you for a year, two, thereabout, and he doesn't take any advice from you. You know, all he's after, it's just about himself, himself, himself. He does not take any single advice from you. Please, if you're with such a person, run away. That thing is not going to last. It's not going to work. Do not, I repeat, do not hang around someone who does not take advice from you. It's not going to work. Stay with somebody who takes advice from you. Stay with somebody who listens to you. He just wants to hear you out. You tell something, he wants to hear you out. He wants to know your feeling, he wants to know your thoughts. He just wants to know how it's happening. You know, it shouldn't just be about just him, just him, just him. No, it shouldn't just be about him, about him. No, he should be able to listen to you. You tell him something, he listens to you because you're the spouse, because you are meant to be friends. You know, it is not just it is not just a one-sided thing. It has to be, you talk to him, he listens, he brings suggestions to you too, and you realize that wow, you guys are heading somewhere. That is when you know that you're meant to be. I take a lot of decisions. Before I take some certain decisions, most of the decisions I make, I pass them through my wife. I'm not doing it because I'm scared of her, but it's a double check. I know a couple of times that I have done some certain things that I didn't take advice from her, and I ended up making a lot of mistakes. You know, that really haunted me for some time. You know, wow. How do we block? How do we block this person? Okay. Okay, Obadi, thank you very much. I'm able to block the person. Thank you. I wonder why hackers are coming to this place now. Wow. All right, so if you want to join the conversation, the link is right there. Just click the link, and I'll bring you up to be part of this conversation. So as I was saying, how you know that this guy is ready to stay with you is that he kind of he kinds of um he kinds of, yeah, he takes advice from you. He seeks for your opinion in some certain things, seeks for your opinion, takes your advice, and you guys are good to go. But once he does not take advice from you, he just wants to, once he does not take advice from you and he just wants to go his own way, all out to do his own thing, just know that that guy is actually not meant for you. He's just he's a time waster that you should try and do away with the best you can do away with. You have no business with such a person, except you still have age on your side, except you still want to stay like 10, 20 years without getting married. No, I blocked the person. Broke sites, I blocked the person. So except you still have so much time with you, then you can allow yourself to be toyed with. You're with a man who cannot take advice from you. You're with a man who does not tell you anything. All he does is just, this is what he wants. He does not want your opinion, does not want you to say anything. If you're still in a relationship with someone who does not take advice from you, sister, run away. Run as fast as you can. If you're just joining us, this is Raw Impact Africa TV, and today we're looking at 10 signs to know that the man is ready for marriage. The first sign to know a man is ready for marriage is a man who it's a man who gets involved in everything you do. Once the man begins to get involved in things you do, know he's ready. The next sign to look out for is he takes advice from you. Once a man takes advice from you, know that he is meant to stay. The third one that we're going to look at now is he plans finances and investments with you. Now, once you are with someone who begins to plan his finances with you, know that that person is the person that is ready to stay with you. If a man does not plan finances with you, my dear, run for your life. Yes, the man, if he does not plan his finances with you, run for your life. He's not ready to stay. Is either he's not ready to stay or you're not going to be comfortable. He needs to plan his finances and his investment. And once he's not ready to plan his finances with you, doesn't plan his business with you, doesn't plan his aspirations with you, all he wants is just it's all about himself, my dear. Just just find your way and go and that one of the time wasters that we have. So just know that he's a time waster, and the best you can do is to run away from him. But when once and you even as you as a guy, once you see that it's not every girl we dated that we can actually want to plan our lives with. You want to respect remain part of our life with. You want to bring them so close. No, even as ladies are, we guys, we also understand that this person we don't want to stay with the person. So if we now have that mind that we don't want to stay with this particular person, you as a woman, you should also be able to know that this guy is not ready to stay with me. So because of that, I should take my leave. So what I'm trying to say in essence, once you know that as a guy you're free and you're open to your share your plans, your dreams, your aspirations with a particular lady, just know that that lady is the person you want to be with. Or if it's just a lady, random lady you just met, and after that, to your 10 Zoe Israel, it's not really going to work. So let us try to see those kind of people that we can share our deep secrets with, share our thoughts with, and you actually know that you're ready to sign the dotted lines with such a person. Now, the fourth sign you should try to understand, the first sign you should look out for to know if a guy is ready to stay or not is that he's involved with your family. Now, when a guy does not want to marry, he tries not to get so close to your family. All he tries to do is he only tells you to come and meet him in XYZ place for people to have sex, maybe. And after that, he's done. But when once you see a guy who asks about your mother, asks about your brother, your sisters, and everybody that is related and close to you, you definitely know that this person is ready to stay. Because if peradventure it does not work tomorrow, there are so many people that he's going to respond to. So many people that he's going to answer to. And he's not really ready for that kind of issue. No, he's not. I'm telling you, he's not really ready for the pressure, the problems that will come. But he's going to toy with you because he knows that, I beg, this one, maybe just help ourselves. After we help ourselves, or everybody you're going on. So try to understand somebody who will tell you, I want to see your mom. See your mom is not necessarily that I want to come and pay a bride price. No. See your mom here now is that okay, I want to know your people. I want to have a chat with your people. I want to understand. I want people to know me, you know. And when they begin to do all of this, you just know that this person is really, really ready to stay. He has a way of wanting to wind into your family members, and before you know it, everything will be fine. Now, the fifth sign to look out for is he takes you home often. Now, a man will want to take you home often because he needs to have that feeling, of possession. He wants to have that feeling and mindset that this person is mine, even when you guys have not actually um, um, gone formal. He still has a way of wanting to know you, wanting to be close to you, wanting to meet with you, and be there for you. So once a guy always tries not to want to know anything about you, all he does is just him alone. My dear, just look for a way and run. Run as far as you can. Doesn't want to get that close to you is actually really not going to work. If it works now, there's every tendency that you are going to regret it the next day. And I'm sure you don't want to regret it. There's a saying somewhere that a wise man learns from the mistake of others. So try to learn from other people's mistake, not for you to learn from their own mistake. So yeah, if you're just joining us, this is Raw Impact Africa TV. So the sixth one says he sees the crease in your eyebrow. You may have subtle frown on your face, something not that noticeable, but even with a fleeting glance, he could notice it and ask you what's wrong. Any man who takes interest in you will notice when you're not happy or when you are happy. They will just know. But once you see a man who does not and does not want to, even if you're feeling bad or you're feeling sad, he doesn't even care, doesn't want to know. He just wants to, whether you're happy or you're sad, though, he does not care. When you see such men like that, my dear sisters, run away from them because you're not like, you're not going to like how it's going to end. You're not really gonna like it. You understand? You won't like it, I promise you. So try to know a man who takes cognizance of your feelings, cognizance of your character, cognizance of uh, uh, um cognizance of your present state. They like they like look at you. You don't need to say the word, but they'll be able to study you such a way that you just see him and you understand that wow, this my girl is actually not happy. What do I need to do to make her happy? You know, and I tell people, having money is a relative word. Some persons think have money is until when you have money as big as Dangote and all of them. No, it doesn't work that way. You can actually have 100,000 naira, but you spend it with your woman as if you're spending a million naira. That is something a lot of people do not understand. So let us try to understand that when someone sees you and gets close to you and wants to be with you and begins to get so committed with your life, with everything that concerns you, he notices you when you just have any slight um ish. He doesn't take time and he notices and tells, babe, what's up, what's the problem? And you're like, okay, blah blah blah. So little, no matter how little the signs are, they will just decode immediately and it's still. So you just need to understand that um he's ready. you know he's ready to stay because he notices your moods. He knows that my woman is not happy. He knows that my woman is happy, and stuff. So the seventh thing to know if a man is ready or not is he shares his visions with you. I mean, for crying out loud, why should I share my vision with you when I don't? Hi, Likan Oldham. What's up? Good morning. Is it good morning over there? We're about sleeping in Nigeria. Good man, where are you? I think good morning. Yeah, we're still about sleeping. All right. So a man who shares his visions with you actually wants to stay with you. He wants to stay. He's ready to settle down with you. That's why he's sharing his visions with you. He's not going to share his vision with you when he does not have any strong, serious feeling for you. Just a side chick. He just brought you there just to satisfy his sexual urge at that point in time, and after that, everybody leaves. But once he begins to share his visions with you, just know that he is ready to stay. Know that he is ready to take the relationship to another level. Even if he's not having so much money as he should naturally have, but that the fact that he shares his visions with you, tells you things, very strong things, you should just know that okay, this person is ready and wants to stay with you. Then the number eight sign to look out for is he wants to spend time with you. Now, I tell people this: line of profession, no matter how busy you are in the line of profession, you always make out time for people who matter to you. Yes, you will make out time for people who matter to you, and you call them and you check on them no matter how tight your schedule is. But what do we have these days? You see a lady who's dating a particular guy for a very long time, and the guy hardly calls, the guy hardly does anything, the guy doesn't have time for the person. And the lady will be like, no, he's in love. He's in love. No, you cannot be in love with someone you do not always call. You have to call your spouse. You have to call your spouse and make him feel special. A woman, you're dating a guy who does not call you and is telling you he loves you. He does not love you. He does not love you. He has other plans. No matter how busy that guy is, he will make out time to call you and talk with you. Yes, he will make out time for you. No matter how busy I am, no matter how tight my schedule is, my dear, I always look out for time and call my wife. If an opportunity comes up, I cannot even do video calls with my wife, video call my kids, make them to know that daddy must not be here. Thank God for social media. Daddy might not be presently at home 247, but guess what? Daddy will always call. Daddy will always call. Daddy will always call and check up on you and make sure you are fine. So don't sit down there and tell me tomorrow that see he loves me or he loves me, but he's not calling. If he's not calling you, my dear, he does not have your time. He's calling someone else that he wants to call. So always make out time. You want to marry this lady and you do not call the lady my sister, run. They do not. If he cannot call you when you are dating, he does not call you when people are dating. He does not call you when people are courting. My dear, if he marry you, he no go call you. That's simple truth. Yeah, I used to be a very busy person some time ago. But my dear, when I got married, I knew I do not have a choice. I've got to call my wife. Yes, I call her. I just have to call her. It's not negotiable. It's not subject to negotiation. I just have to call her, check on her, check on my kids, check on my son, check on my daughter, and I continue whatever I'm doing. How many minutes will it take you to do all of those calls? Every time you just want to be busy, busy, foreign busy. That I don't have time. Are you busier than say I don't have time, I don't have time. So the number ninth one is he drops hints. When he talks about marriage and constantly brings up details of married couples, you know he wants to wife you. If you're trying to find out how long it takes for a man to know he wants to marry you, then you just have to keep your eyes and ears open because the signs are always there. See, the men are very tricky, right? They have a way of saying something without being verbal. They like non-verbal communication a lot. If you see a guy who was staying in one room before and suddenly he gets a two-bedroom and he's like, honey, when I come in to see my house, honey, what do you think? How do you think this furniture should be like? Honey, what? He's getting your opinion because he wants you to share that remaining part of his life with her, with him, sorry. Not the type that will never ever bring you to his house. All he will always do is just people will meet either in the office or in a hotel or in a restaurant, and that's it. Once he gets to that point where he brings you home, gives you, drops you hints and tips, and makes you understand him, then just know that he is ready to be with you. The last but not the least thing, which is very paramount. If I have not mentioned this thing, this particular one, now men could have crucified me, is that a man who wants to marry you will also want to claim you in bed. My dear, the man who wants to marry you will want to claim you in bed. Sex with him is all consuming. He believes like he can never get enough of you and intimates love make and initiates love making with the same passion each time. He makes love and ensures you are satisfied in bed. He wants to try new things, and when you cuddle up after, he strokes your hair and looks into your eyes deeply. I know some girls will not like this one because then they just want to come and chop and clean off. A man who really wants to marry you, stay with you, my dear, won't take you to bed. He wants to have a taste of what it looks like. Anyway, we are going to leave the talk for sex before marriage for another day. We're not talking about sex before marriage today. What we're talking about today is that a man who wants to be with you will definitely want to take you to bed. He will definitely want to taste of the action that he's really wanting to spend the rest of his life with. You understand? So, ladies, be sensible that you accepted a man today. It's no guarantee that the man will go. That you accepted a man 6 months later, 1 year later, it's no guarantee that the guy will stay. So there's this notion with ladies, they just feel if you stress a man and you keep him coming, stressing, coming, it will make him stay. My people, it does not work that way. It doesn't work that way. There's no guarantee to know if a man will stay or not. Man can have sex with you. I've seen somebody, right, who had who, who had carnal knowledge of somebody. They had carnal knowledge. They met the same day, and they had common knowledge the same day, as in they entered each other's local government the same day. And guess what? They are married as we speak, and they're living as husband and wife with 4 kids. And I've seen people that stayed in with they had like um they met, and the girl held sex away from the guy for 2 years. And guess what? The guy still um had carnal knowledge of her and left after 6 years. Now they might want to ask, which do you think is better? So I'm not going to tell you this one is better, this one is better, but just use your senses in your relationship. When relationship, ladies, please love, but your eyes should be open. Not blind love anymore. Blind love may expire. Love the man dearly, but your eyes should be open. Your eyes should be open for you to see what is right and what is wrong, what you should take and what you should not take. Not just every Tom, Dick, Harry because you feel this thing works for this person. No, that it works for that person is not a guarantee that it's going to work for you. There's no 100% guarantee that this person's pattern is going to work for your pattern. Discover your own pattern, discover your spouse, your relationship. Ask yourself fundamental questions. What I tell people is, if you want to know if you're going to be in that marriage or not, why are you getting married? If you marry for the right reason, your marriage will last. But if you marry for the wrong reason, trust me, that marriage will not last. Somehow, you begin to see all the loopholes. You begin to know that this one is not going to work. So let us marry our spouses for the right reasons. Ladies, you people are really, this mistake is more tilted to the ladies. They really make a lot of mistakes when it comes to marriage. Even more, I think ladies make more mistakes than men when they are choosing spouses for marriage. So let's try to keep our eyes open and choose the right spouse for our marriage, spouse that will complement our effort. Stay with people that will complement your effort, people that will be there, people that will be there for you, complement your effort, and help you achieve the desired goals that you hope to achieve. Not people that will just be with you just because they just want to be with you. No, get people that will complement your effort. People should stop marrying for the wrong reasons. Don't marry a woman because she has big boobs. Do not marry a lady because she has big breasts. Don't marry a lady because so many doors that we put into in place. When you begin to think and act from that dimension, there's every tendency that your marriage is not going to last. But when you marry for the right reason, you marry because you need a companion, you marry because you feel you're not complete, you marry because you're bringing this other better half here to add your own half to live a life. Then I tell you something, your marriage now is going to stay. Let us begin to reduce the number of divorces. The number of divorces in Nigeria is really increasing. It wasn't always like that. This person has come back. How did this person get back to this place? So, as I was saying, when you begin to wow, Kiki Tanya reality, thank you for coming, Kiki. So as I was saying, when you look out for these 10 signs, they will actually help you not to make the mistakes you normally make. Now, now, I'll give you my own example. I met my wife. I've always been friends with my wife. We're friends. Yeah, we're friends, but friends, the kind of friends we were not that kind of close knit friends. We're just friends from a distance. Hi, hi, hello, hello. She comes to the place. I just that wasn't really that close. That was while I was still in school. Then now when we now finished school, I came for service in Abuja, and I met her in Abuja. And somehow we got talking. When we now got talking, the first time I met her when I was already late. My son was always late. My mom was already late before I met my wife. And I knew there was a vacuum, there was a kind of vacuum that needed to be filled up. So, and she I realized that whenever something significant wants to happen in my life, so my wife was always around. Then we were not married. Then we were just I've blocked the person. I don't know what he's looking for. So I realized that whenever I wanted to do something significant in my life, my wife was always around. The first time I needed a place to serve, my wife actually gave me an address of the film school where I now ended up serving in Abuja, called Zenith Film School. Then when I passed out of NYC too, that where I received an um, honors award, somehow my wife too was present in that program. Then when I had an event, I had a movie premiere in Sheraton. She was there. When I had an event in Lagos, so I realized that she was always present in most of the events I had. She was also always present. As of this point, we're not married yet. We're just dating, and which, in any case, if he work, if he no work, you know. So I was actually super busy. I was really, really super busy because I was doing a series for customs then. But even in all of that busy, I still used to create out time for her. Go to see her, see her family members, her parents, her sisters. They all knew me as a boyfriend then. But in our own little space, we're still having our own issues because yeah, I wasn't really very serious. I wasn't a very serious love. Ha, my guy called me. Hello, boss. Happy New Year, sir. Boss, good evening. Boss, you don't abandon me, my die for Nigeria now. It's not fair. Okay, boss. I'm wait. I'm waiting, sir. No, now that one malaria script now, still that your band script still there now. No, na cinema na Netflix now. We can't go Netflix. Mm. Of course, of course. Oh, they are very fine, sir. No, 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 we no give again, abeg. We don rest. Eh, no, me, I no want to. I dey use condom now. I get one boy, one girl now. Mm. They can worry. Them they can worry for Belen. Abio. No, we are fine, sir. No problem, sir. Nadia Abuja, sir. Network gone bad. Can you hear me? Sir? Okay, boss. All right. Okay. Wow, so sorry for the break in transmission. Okay. I think Mrs. Pat is here. So sorry for the break in transmission. Yeah, Pat, how are you, Pat?
I'm good.
Okay, thank you for coming on live. Why are we not seeing your face now? What happened? Can we see your pretty face?
But nothing, no. Just tired.
You just everything can't tire you now. NTA stress, I mean, a boo boo stress. Which of them?
No, I didn't even do YouTube today, Seth. Today is my off day on YouTube.
Oh, today's your off day on YouTube.
Mm.
So today we're trying to look at 10 signs to know that this man we are dating is going to lead to marriage. A lot of girls make that mistake of being with men, not knowing that the person they're just time wasters. You know, so coming from your own side, how did you know your husband was not going to be a time waster?
My brother, I bet at least gist, I beg.
They want to learn now. At least Kiki wants to learn, or Baji wants to learn. What's the other guy? Francis too wants to learn. Because some people now it's beyond just going to Shiloh. Some people don't go Shiloh now. They'll go Shiloh last year, then go stay. They will go the next Shiloh again. They will not look out for these small signs. If you look out for some of these signs, you find that we might actually not have problems in our marriage and relationships.
My brother, last is just God. I don't have much to say because what work for me might not work for somebody else. That is just the truth.
Mm.
What work for me might not work for somebody else. So for me, that
Yeah,
is what that is just it.
yeah.
Just be
What works?
yourself. Don't
Mm.
no do pass yourself. Yeah, what work
Mm.
for that person might not work for me. Somebody else's might use my manual and fail. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So that is just it.
Oh, so there's a manual.
But
You get
everything
manual.
you said, I was in the background. I was listening. Everything you said was on point. It's just my brother. The thing is, most people they see the sign. Do you get? But just
Mm.
still want to try their luck. Let me just be there. Let me just be there. How can you be dating a guy and you don't know any member of the guy's family? You don't know any of his friend. It's just you
Mm.
and him. You should know already that
That this thing
this
no
thing
go
no they
work.
go anywhere. But
Mm.
yeah, but trust
No.
me, they still want to do ma just
You
the
want to
time
see,
they go and all that.
you're still believing God.
Yes, I've seen somebody that dated a guy for this one who is in a far person. Me and the person went to TV college together in
Mm.
Jos, and he dated this guy for 11 years. And I'm like, Auntie, are you okay? When I met this
11
lady, she
years.
was already 39 years. Yes, she was already 39 years old when I met her. And this guy ended up not marrying her after spending 11
Aye.
years with the guy. So at times, I think they see all these signs, but I just feel God will do it, other things and other things and other things. My brother, there are so many signs just for us
I'm sure
to
maybe it's
just
just
say,
love. They don't want to believe that the thing no go, that the guy no go. They don't want to miss the guy, so they want to remain there.
okay. Okay, now my baby is crying. Let me go and carry her. Good night. See ya.
All right, no
Bye.
problem. Thank you so much.
I'll not that I'm really going. I'll be in the background, just that I might not be talking. I'll be reading all
Yeah,
the
I also
comments and be listening to you.
no, I was not sign out stuff. You know, I
Okay.
just traveled. I don't want. I didn't want Friday to pass because I've not been doing Freaky Friday for a very long time. So I wanted to make sure I do it today.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Pat.
Okay, bye. Good night.
All right, that was Pat Yaba. She's a YouTuber, an Abuja-based YouTuber. If you've not subscribed to her channel or you've not seen any of her content, please go and see her content. She's a very, very powerful woman on YouTube. Very, very powerful, you know. So, hi, and Alimatu Sadiq. How are you, Alimatu? Welcome, Alimatu. All right, so that was Pat. Pat just has been able to tell us that individuals have different codes, and her code, the code for her might not work for you, but fundamentally, you should look out for some of the signs. You know, the signs are always there. You know, the red flags. I did a movie called Red Flags. You know, I think you're going to be seeing it later because some of my works are playing there now. Now, the signs are always there, but just that we refuse to see the signs, which is actually very, very, very bad. We refuse to see the signs. We feel the guy is going to change. We feel the we just refuse to want to agree that this thing is not going to stay. But last you now find out that marriage is not going to work. You know, that was because you saw those signs that he was not ready to stay. How can you date a guy for 11 years and you're still there and he has reached the age of marriage? My dear, they don't plant an umbilical cord together. Leave him alone and find your skill. You're with a particular guy who does not tell you about his vision. He does not tell you about himself, does not tell you about his aspirations, about his dreams. You don't know any of his family members. You don't know any of his friends, maybe just one. You don't know any of his relatives. And you agree that you think you guys are going to marry. Man, that ain't going to work. The best thing for you to do is look out for these signs from anybody who is with you and begin to process and ask yourself some questions. Is this guy for real? If the guy is for real, fine. If it's not for real, wanna bawakwa so, as my Igbo brothers would say, run away, run as fast as you can. You know, don't even think of staying or wasting time anymore. Just run because he's not for you. He just wants to waste your time for nothing. He's one of the time wasters we talked about. He's a time waster. So don't ever stay with someone who is not ready to be. Go away as far as you can and let him sort himself out. It's not in your place. You can only help a guy who is ready to help himself. I see a lot of ladies who think they want to help a guy and they end up messing their own lives. It's not supposed to be like that, you know. They end up messing their own lives. They end up falling into challenges and issues that naturally they should not fall into. You know, there are a couple of stories about where people have made so many mistakes, you know, and I think it's not really the best. You know, you don't need to go learning from people's mistakes. You know, the best thing for you to do is don't learn from your own mistakes, rather learn from other people's mistakes because it might actually be very disastrous for you. You might actually not be able to come out of the predicament that might come around you. So it is really subtle, it's really difficult for us to just understand and know that this guy is going to stay or this guy is not going to stay. I mean, when you begin to understand the fact and learn what is good for you, then you can actually make your relationship to stay, make your marriage to stay. And I tell you something, marriage is very sweet, marriage is very good, but you just need to be with the right person. You know, be with someone who values your time. Next Freaky Friday, I'm going to I'm going to flip it and talk to the guys. Today is for the girls. Today is for the ladies, for you to know when the guy is not serious. Then for the guys now, I'm going to tell you how to know 10 signs that she is not serious. A lot of guys have been in relationships where they have been a particular girl for a very long time. At the end of the day, they wasted their money, wasted their time, wasted other people's opportunities. But voila, the girl is still not married them. What can be as painful as proposing to a lady and the lady tells you she wants to think about it? Think about what? So why don't think about it? You might talk about for all the years people have been together. I think once you want to marry a lady and the lady begins to tell you she wants to think about it, the lady is actually not serious. Don't waste your time. Yes, don't waste your time. I'm telling you, do not waste your time on the lady guy who tell you what to think about. What are you thinking about? They've not thought about people who've dated for 1 year, maybe 2 years, and you're still thinking about it. You do not need to think about it. So next Freaky Friday, I'm going to be teaching you how guys should know when a girl is not ready. My dear, if woman never ready, you don't need to waste your time. Leave am with speed. You don't need to. Maybe it's not maybe something wey dem dey just leave am with speed. You know. So anyway, I think this is where we'll be signing out today. I'm really super excited having all of you on this channel today. Thank you so much, Alima too. Thank you so much, Pat. Thank you, Brookside TV. Thank you, Obaji. Thank you, everyone who's been able to make it to this program today. Actually, we started this in November last year, Freaky Friday, where we talk about relationship, talk about marriage, talk about love, and also talk about doings. So we've been having it, but we've had a little break, due to some little technical issues. But by the special grace of God, we are coming back bigger and better, to give you some more very interesting talks on Freaky Friday, how to build and develop your marriage and your relationship. If there's anything you want me to talk about, please do not hesitate to go to the comment section, type it down there, and I promise you, I'm going to do justice to it. And you can also subscribe to our channel to get more content. Also, help us share it, help us comment, like, and whatever you can do to make this channel move. Please do not hesitate to do that, because we are here to serve you, and serve you we will always do. All right, it's really been awesome having all of you here. I'm going to be signing out here right now till I see you some other time. The conversation is going to still continue on Roy Back Africa TV. You can just go there, subscribe, drop me a message, and as a matter of fact, I'll always be around for you. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful weekend. God bless you.